I'm Beverly Wells, and this is my first video for YouTube. And boy, have I been lamenting over it. I have watched videos, I've written things down. I'm going, oh my goodness, what am I going to talk about first? There's so many things I could talk about, but what might people be interested in? And the stress was really getting to me. I have to admit, sometimes the more I watched, the more confused and stressed I was. So I decided I would start here. I would start with 3 simple exercises that are for de-stressing. Anybody can do them, pretty much any place. And they're simple. You need 2 hands, that's it. 2 hands, well, and 1 apparatus, which we'll go into at the last one. So anyway, we know that this is our frontal. We know that this is our occipital, or this is our past. Nothing new comes from here. Only thing new come from here. So we're going to do frontal occipital holding. We're going to take one hand and put it on our forehead, which is our frontal lobe. We're going to take the other hand and put it on our occipital lobe. And automatically, I've done this so long, my body just takes a deep breath, which is good because breath helps to reset. Now, I have people ask me all the time, does it matter which hand is on the forehead, which hand is on the back? No, it doesn't unless it does to you. I also have some people that think if they put the left one on the forehead and the right one on the back, then they have to turn it and do it the other way. If that matters to you, then do it. Our body's divided in front and back. There's nothing new in the back brain. There's nothing new in the back brain. In fact, our CIA, which is known for our common integrative area, which also means what we've collected in our belief system from the time of conception, yes, conception, through today, right now here, watching this or making this video. And our CIA, I'm going to take my hands down, sits right back here behind the left lobe of the ear in a little space about the size of a pea. So what we're going to do with this hand here, we're bringing light to the forefront. We're integrating. We're bringing together all areas of the brain to get us out of back brain. Knee jerk, it happened this way before, it's going to happen that way again. Mentality or belief system, however you want to put it. It's a belief that's been instilled. Now, as you do this, you might want to close your outer eyes. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths. Now I closed my outer eyes. Now, do I hold it longer than 3 breaths sometimes? Of course. Do I only do 3 or 4 sometimes? Yes. Does it feel better sometimes to have a friend there if you're overstressed and say, would you do me a favor? Will you just hold my head? And that caring of that nurturing that could be represented by anything from mom, grandma, dad, a nurse, whatever, to help you get through what you're going through right now. Maybe it's you're in a traffic jam and you've got to be to a meeting or whatever, and it's very important, but you can't do anything about it, but you can de-stress yourself. You can hold your head, breathe, and let the body not be so anxious. I'll tell you, it helps. So answer this to yourself or comment. How does it feel? How do you feel from the beginning of when you started it to now. It's only been a couple of minutes. All right, and when I have worked with others in the past, I always ask them to take a deep breath and let it out, and ask them to take a second one. And while they do that, I remove my hands. Because I don't want to just abruptly leave them. That's what a lot of people think. People have just left me alone. They don't care. Now they're here to help you. So we want to do it in a loving manner. The other one, that's a really good de-stressor. And it takes your two hands, but it takes one other thing too, and it's a flashlight. I just have this little itty bitty one right here, but it has a pretty good light on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it right here on our third eye, or what we also known as the glabella. This is going to go back, and it's going to work with the pineal gland. And we know the pineal gland is light sensitive, so it helps to de-stress the pineal gland. Now, you may ask, what if I don't have a flashlight with me? Well, if it's nighttime and you're outside and there's a street light on, you could put your eyes to the light. If you're by a car and you can turn your headlight on, you can look at that. And what if you're outside and the sun is shining? Put your eyes to the sun. It's the best light there is. Let it focus on that third eye, that labia. When I do the sun or any other light other than a flashlight, I close my eyes. And I'm doing it now too because it just feels good. And that's what we need to do, is do things for us that feel good. And this is also another way to de-stress. It's called fixation. We're fixed on something, and usually something from the past. And nothing new happens there, like I said earlier. So enjoy. Now I'm going to tell you, when I first saw this, I was taking a class in what is called 3-in-1 concepts. My dear, dear friend Sarah and I were the only two in the class this time, which was kind of nice because it was a one-on-one. We got some personal attention. And the instructor was sitting in the corner of my office while we were doing some work that Sarah and I needed to do to catch up in the class. And it was getting later in the day than what he had anticipated. And he's sitting in the corner with this flashlight on his head. And Sarah and I looked at each other and we kind of giggled and whatever. And then he explained to us that he was taking care of business. Yes, he was taking care of the business of himself. He had an appointment and we were running late and he was stressed about it. So he was taking care of the stress of his body before we went on and closed up for the day and started the next day. So a flashlight can be your friend other than shining light on your path. It's also bringing light to your path to bring to the forward. So have fun with it. It's okay. Now, the other one I want to talk to you about is your ears. You know, in cartoons, you see things where they'll grab them by the ears because obviously the person doesn't think whoever they're grabbing is paying attention or listening. And normally it's a child. Yeah, they not always, but most often don't hear what we want them to hear or do in the timely manner that we want them to do something in. So we have to get their attention. So we're going to unfurl our ears. Pay attention to how your hearing is right now. Yes, pay attention. What are you hearing? How loud is it? Is somebody talking in the background that you're having trouble hearing? All right, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take our two hands again, and we're gonna pull down on our earlobes, and this is our brain area. If you look at any chart on auricular therapy, this is like a little baby with their butt end here, and they're all in a little ball, and their head's down here. You have reflexes in your ear for every area of the body. So if this is their, and this is going to have to be the spine area, isn't it? So not only are we unfurrowing and pulling, and I take my finger in, and I do both, and pull out. We're also working the reflexes for the spine, aren't we? Because from the buttocks all the way up to the head, we have our sacrum, we have our lumbar, we have our thoracic, and I have our cervicals. So this is multi-purpose. Not only is it going to possibly help our hearing a little bit, or at least for right now, because doing this is something to do really, really good first thing in the morning, or before a test, or before a lecture, anything like that. Little things that we can do for ourselves. So we're going to unfurl our ears. We're going to hold a flashlight to our forehead. We're going to frontal occipital 3 ways. Only 3 right now. There's going to be more to help take care of you. Taking care of you is really important because you can't take care of anybody else if you're broken, or if you're not feeling well, or you're not hearing well, or whatever it is. So take a deep breath. Let it all out. Enjoy your day. Remember, wellness is a process, not an event. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll like and share and tune in. This is my first one. I hope there's many more. I love sharing little ways for people to get information on ways they can help themselves or help someone else. Remember, if you find somebody that's stressed, walk up to them and ask, do you mind if I touch your head? And some people are not going to like it because they don't like to be touched. But if they're really upset, I've done this at places I've worked. I've been in a health food store where somebody's telling me something about a loved one, and I'll ask them, do you mind if I touch your head? And I'll do that, and I'll say, it's okay, just talk about it. Take a couple of deep breaths. And by the time we're done in it, 30 seconds, they're at least a little more calm. So calm yourself, help somebody calm down. Whatever it is, we're in this together. I hope you like this. Come back again. Thank you so much.